Today's video is going to be a wonky or not video, and we're going to be reviewing the Tarte limited edition treasure box collector set. Alrighty, so let's open this thing up. I've actually had it out of the box a few times and I couldn't wait to play with it, but I had to get my little beauty room set up. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and open her up. This is what it looks like on the inside. We have the 24 eyeshadows here, which you can see that we have a good mixture of matte and shimmer eyeshadows. And we have the two blushes over here, the highlighter, the two bronzers, and then you open up this little compartment on the side, and you have your mini lipstick, your full-size Sex Kitten eyeliner, and your mini-size mascara. Okay, so the first step in filling in my eyebrows is that I take the Instant Age Rewind Concealer from Maybelline, and I just put it on each end of the eyebrow. And then you take your finger and blend it out just a little bit. And this is going to help later when we put the foundation on it. It's going to make it easier to blend. So next we're going to take the e.l.f. brow pencil. This is in shade dark brown, and we're going to begin to fill in the eyebrows. After we have the eyebrow filled in just a little bit, you can see that I leave this part open except for underneath. We are going to take the spoilie that this comes with, and we are just going to brush it out. So I went ahead and filled in my other eyebrow off camera. They're still not dark enough for me, so what I do is I take a dark brown eyeshadow and I go ahead and fill them in again. Any dark brown eyeshadow will work. For me, I prefer the shade Sable in the Lorac Pro palette. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Wet n Wild angled brush, I'm going to dip it into Sable, and then I'm just going to fill it in. I'm going to do the exact same thing here as I did with the e.l.f. brow pencil. And now that I have eyeshadow on both eyebrows and blended out, I'm going to take some concealer and I'm going to even them up, so I will be right back. Alright, so the eyebrows are done. Like I said earlier, all I did was take a flat concealer brush and some concealer to carve them out and to make them more even. Now I will sit here for hours if I let myself to try to get these eyebrows even. I will do it, but sometimes you just have to tell yourself that, you know, your eyebrows are supposed to be sisters, not twins. Sometimes I'm lucky if they're even in the same family, but anyway, we're going to move on. Okay, so now we are going to prime the eyelid for any eyeshadows. I am going to take the Instant Age Rewind Concealer again by Maybelline, and I'm going to pat this all over my eyelid. We are going to take a beauty blender or a beauty sponge, whatever you want to call these. I am using the sponge by Real Techniques. We're just going to use it to blend out this concealer. We are just going to place this onto the eyelid on top of the concealer to give it a powdery finish, and then we will go in with some eyeshadows. Okay, so now that we have the powder on our eyes and we look like a reverse raccoon, we are going to just swipe away the powder with any brush. Okay, we finally have come to the fun part. We get to use these eyeshadows. I have been waiting for a few days now to be able to use this, so I'm really excited. I am actually just going to use the top row of eyeshadows because I am wearing black and pink today, and I think that this will match best. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to take my Wet n Wild blending brush, and I'm going to go in with the lightest shade of the top row, which is called Utopia. But this is a little bit darker than I was wanting to go, so we are going to go in with the first shade in the second row, which is called Trinket. Alrighty, that is a lot better. That's the shade that I'm wanting. So we are just going to place this all over the eyelid. Okay, so now that we have Trinket all over the eyelid, I'm going to go back in with the shade Utopia, and I'm going to use my Morphe blending brush. This is a Morphe brush from one of their travel kits, and I'm going to use it as a transition shade. Alright, now that we have shade Utopia just right here in the crease area and a little bit above as the transition shade, we are going to go in with shade Cloud 9 and deepen it just a little bit. Alright, so now that we have all on our eyelids, we are going to go in with the shimmery shade Bizarre. So we are going to take the shimmery shade and put it right here. I'm going to first go in with the eyeshadow dry, and then I will wet it with some setting spray just to give it an extra kick. So this is the shade Bizarre Dry, and I'm not impressed with it. It actually picked up some of the other eyeshadow that I had down already and kind of ran off with it. So we are going to use a little bit of setting spray just to see how it works. I'm really hoping it makes it better because the matte eyeshadows in this so far are beautiful, and I was really hoping that these shimmer eyeshadows were going to be just as good. Alright, so we have the shade Bizarre on our brush. It's really pretty on the brush. I don't understand why it didn't come off on the eyelid. But we are going to take our Wet n Wild Photo Focus Natural Finish Setting Spray. My goodness, that is a mouthful. But this is like $5 at Walmart, and it's actually really good, so I'm almost out. But we are just going to give it a spritz, and we're going to see how it works wet. Alrighty, let's try this. That is so much better! Alrighty, so now we have shade Bizarre on the eyelids, and it's actually a beautiful eyeshadow once you wet it with a little bit of setting spray. So I'm really happy that worked out. But now I'm looking at it, and I think I'm going to go in with a darker brown shadow right here on the outer corner just to deepen it just a tiny bit. So we are going to take the last shadow in the second row. It is called Scenic, and we're just going to place it right here and blend it in with Bizarre. Alright, so now that we have the eye look completed, I'm going to go ahead and do my eyeliner and apply some false lashes off camera, and I will be right back. Alright, so now we have our lashes and our eyeliner on. The lashes are the Kiss Fake Mink lashes in the style Midnight, and the eyeliner, which came out thicker than I was wanting it, it had a mind of its own, is the Revlon Color Stay Exactify Liquid Liner in the shade Black, or Intense Black. You open this thing up, and I know MAC has one that is similar, or not similar, it's exactly like it. This is a little, it looks like a pizza cutter. Let's just say that. It's actually really cool. They're $9 at Walmart. If you have the chance to go and get this and try it out, I highly suggest it. It's really fun. Whether you like it or not, it is a really fun eyeliner to play around with. So now it's time for foundation. What I do first is I prime my skin, and I actually mix two primers together. This is the e.l.f. Blemish Control Primer and the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser Primer. Foundation, I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Foundation. This is my favorite one out there. I have tried Kat Von D and the Fenty Beauty Foundation, and don't get me wrong, I love both of them, but I always come back to this one. This one's about $6 at Walmart, and I am in shade 112, which is Natural Ivory. And it lasts me all day. I have really oily skin, and it does not budge. Okay, so now that we have our foundation blended out, we are going to go ahead and highlight. I'm going to go back in with the Instant Age Rewind Concealer from Maybelline. And what we're going to do with this is that we are going to just place it right under the eye area here. Next, we are going to blend it out with our beauty sponge, and we are going to set it the same way that we set our eyes earlier with the Airspun powder. We are going to continue to do this on our lip, our chin, our nose, and a little bit on the forehead. Okay, so now that we have the powder on and we've let it sit for a bit, it's time to swipe it away. And now it's time to bronze the skin. I'm going to go in with the shimmery bronzer that is in our Treasure Box collector set. Okay, so now that we're bronzed up, I'm going to take the bronzer that is sitting next to the shimmery one, and I'm going to use it to contour. Okay, so now we are going to go in with the lightest blush shade that is in the Treasure Box. Okay, so next we are going to finish off the eye look by using the Sex Kitten eyeliner. Okay, so now we have lined the upper and lower waterline with the Sex Kitten eyeliner, and I don't hate it, but I'm not in love with it. We'll see how long it stays on and stuff. But now we are going to smudge out the bottom with some eyeshadow. Okay, so we are going to use this little pointy Morphe brush. None of these have numbers or names on them, the brushes, because they came in a travel set. We are going to take the shade Utopia, and we are going to go under the eye with it. So we are going to repeat this step with all of the eyeshadows that we used on our lid, except for the shimmer one. Okay, so next we are going to take a blending brush. This is the Sonia Kashuk. I don't think I'm pronouncing that right, but you can get these at Target, and they're actually really good brushes. This is number 109, and we are going to take this and go under the eye just to blend it out a bit more. And now that we have that done, we are going to go in with the Lights Camera Lashes 4-in-1 mascara that came with the Treasure Box, and we are going to put this on our upper and lower lashes. Alright, the mascara is on. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. Some of my lashes look a little spidery looking. They look like tiny little spider legs. But other than that, the mascara was very dark. It applied easily, so I don't really have a problem with it. So now it's time for my favorite part of makeup, applying the highlighter. That is really pretty. Okay, so now we are going to go ahead and do the lips. This Treasure Box does not come with a lip liner, so I'm going to go in with my MAC lip pencil in the shade Soar. Go in with the mini Tarte lip paint in the shade Grand. Alrighty guys, so my final thoughts on the Tarte limited edition Sephora exclusive Treasure Box collector set. I love it. It's a great value, especially if you're someone like me and you don't use a lot of Tarte products. You've never used their eyeliner or their blushes or anything. Basically, the only thing that I've used that is Tarte brand has been the Amazonian Clay palette, which I love, but I think I like this one better. It's amazing. It's got the little sample sizes in it. I'm definitely going to get me some more of the lip paints because I am in love with it. It's very comfortable on the lips. It's a beautiful shade. The eyeshadows, like I said before, I love all of them. The shimmers are a little off, but once you spray them with setting spray, they're amazing. So the Tarte Treasure Box collector set is approved. It is not wonky. Yay! I hope you guys enjoyed my first YouTube video as much as I did. If you have any suggestions or comments, leave them down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and share this video. So that's it guys, that is all for my first YouTube video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions, let me know. If you want to see any type of looks, let me know, and I will be back later with another video.